Ladies and gentlemen, this is a story that came out on HuffPost, December 10th, 2018. NYPD probes troubling video of cops ripping one-year-old from mother's arms. Ladies and gentlemen, all this woman was doing was waiting for a voucher. There was a crowded room, so she decided to sit on the floor holding her baby. And that's when these officers approached her. You know, it is almost like any time we are out in public, they are fishing around and probing at Black people, trying to look for a problem to start with us. Seriously, it is just in their nature to always come up and start a situation. We see it with the phone calls out in public. We see it with your cops. We see it all the time. This is not no damn few people. This is a lot of goddamn people doing this stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you the video. You know, it's been buffering here for a while, but...
Video posted on Facebook shows a mother, 23-year-old Jasmine Headley, holding tightly onto her baby son as three NYPD officers try to yank the one-year-old child away. Police say they were called after the woman refused to leave a center for government assistance in Borum Hill.
I was just so disgusted, and like I couldn't believe they was doing that to that child. Like, I just couldn't believe it. It was crazy.
Naisha Ferguson took this cell phone video inside the SNAP Center on Bergen Street on Friday afternoon. Ferguson says she had been waiting in line for nearly 2 hours for food and daycare services. She says the incident started because there were no chairs left, and the mother sat on the ground with her child.
The security guard, I guess she came over and told her that she couldn't sit there, but she's like, "So where am I gonna sit?" She was like, I guess you're just gonna have to stand. And she was like, "I'm not gonna stand with my son." And she was telling them, like, "I don't know why you're here. Like, I didn't do anything. I'm just sitting on the floor. Like, what is the crime? What did I do wrong?"
Okay, y'all.
And things just escalated.
Authorities say staff and human resources peace officers at the facility told the woman to leave several times because of what they called disorderly conduct towards other people. But she refused. When officers arrived, they also asked Headley to leave. When she didn't, they attempted to arrest her. They claim she resisted. Police say Headley refused medical treatment for both herself and her child, who is now in the care of a family member. The Administration for Children's Services has also been notified. Now, police and city officials are calling for a thorough investigation, including Council Speaker Corey Johnson, who tweeted, "This is unacceptable, appalling, and heartbreaking. I'd like to understand what transpired and how these officers or the NYPD justifies this. It's hard to watch this video."
If they would have just like talked to her as a woman and like gave her time to calm herself down or whatever the case was, then I think it would have went way different. She wouldn't be in jail.
Headley faces several charges, including acting in a manner injurious to a child and resisting arrest.
You know, they always got to throw in resisting arrest, y'all. You know, that's like their mainstay now for everything is resisting arrest. So you saw the video right there. And this is just ridiculous. There is no way they should have been handling a woman and a baby like that. And, you know, to add insult to injury, did you see the amount of Black officers that were there? This is why I don't support Black officers. You know, I know they have their story about racism on the force, but when it comes down to handling us, they will gladly join in roughing up and beating on a Black person. And that's why I just can't stand by them and support them for that reason. New York Police Department, NYPD, is investigating a video, and we know how investigating yourself goes. They're going to find that they didn't do nothing wrong to this woman and her child. We already know how it's going to go. So this was shared on Facebook, and it shows officers yanking a one-year-old baby from his mother's arm at a government assistance center. The roughly 2.5-minute video captured Friday by Nasasha Ferguson on her cell phone at Human Resources Administration office in Brooklyn is troubling, the NYPD said in a statement on Sunday. It added that investigators were looking into the incident with HRA. The video, which caused a public outcry after it began circulating on social media, shows 3 NYPD officers restraining a woman identified as Jasmine Headley as they wrestled away her wailing 1-year-old son. How can you do that to a baby? And don't come here with that the mother caused this. If she didn't have nowhere to sit and she decided to sit on the floor with her son, as long as she was not in the middle of the floor in everybody's way where they had to walk, I don't see what the issue was. Okay. Her son name was Damone. Okay. During a struggle at HRA office at Borum Hill neighborhood, it was so disgusting, Ferguson told CBS New York. I couldn't believe they were doing that to that child. I just couldn't believe it. It was crazy. And you see the tweet right here from Pat Kiernan. Yes, that's the NYPD trying to yank a baby from the arms of his mother. Oh, wow. So they said, there's parts of the clip that was not seen. There was a cop actually waving a taser at bystanders who dare to suggest there was a better way to do this. So they were threatening the crowd with a taser as this was going on. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we will never trust cops. We will never trust. I ain't calling no cop. The few last little incidents I had, I handled it myself. I ain't getting a phone calling no cops. I don't want no damn cops around. They're more of a hindrance than a help. The chaos unfolded after Headley sat on the floor of the office crowded waiting room with her son as she waited a child care voucher, according to Ferguson. A security guard told Headley that she had to get up, according to the police department statement, but she refused. And the office staff called 911 due to her disorderly conduct towards others and for obstructing the hallway. You know what? I don't want to hear this because you know what? This is a statement from NYPD. I don't believe no statements from them. Arriving officers ordered Headley to leave. When she refused, police officers arrested her and Headley resisted. They always use the resist arrest. You can always count on any encounter with Black people. The resisting arrest is always going to be thrown in there automatic. That's an automatic given, y'all. They're hurting my son. They're hurting my son. Headley is heard yelling in the video, cradling her son on the floor as police attempted to restrain her. I'm begging you, please. Onlookers can be heard crying out in horror as the officers pulled Headley's son away. One officer wielded a yellow stun gun, prompting onlookers to yell out, "She has a fucking baby in her hands." The police charged Headley with several misdemeanor offenses, including resisting arrest, which we that's going to automatically be on Black people. Okay, that's an automatic. And acting in a manner injurious to a child. I think the cops were more injurious to her child than she was, and criminal trespass. This is unacceptable, appalling, and heartbreaking, tweeted New York City Council Speaker Corey Johnson. I'd like to understand what transpired and how these officers or the NYPD justifies this. It is hard to watch this video. And my question is, if you know these centers are always crowded, why can't you accommodate the people in another room when you have overflow? I'm serious. Why can't they find a way to accommodate people when they know it's going to be crowded in there? You should have some kind of way for pregnant women and women with small children to be able to sit somewhere when they get there. You know, I think things like this happen because they are just not accommodating the public enough in these facilities. But you can tell me what you think. A family member took custody of Headley's son following her arrest, because from what I understand, she got locked up. According to the police, as of Sunday night, she was being held without bail on Rikers Island, which is a rough facility. And I don't think she should be in there at all. I think she should be with her son. I think this is a nasty thing these cops did. And so a representative for NYPD 84th Precinct did not immediately return HuffPost's request. She needs to be let go. How the hell do you hold her without bail? Look, y'all, I saw a story on rape just yesterday. And they released this man that was up in his 50s after being in jail for 2 days on a work release. And he raped someone. But this woman got to be in there with no bail for misdemeanor, no bail. See, you know, this is why everybody complains about how the system is ran. This is why. And I did a story yesterday on a teacher, a pedophile teacher, that tried to blame her relationship with a student on the 15-year-old. She ain't even in jail. And look at Amber Geiger. She killed someone in their own home. She's not in jail. If anybody should be arrested with no bail, it should be Amber Geiger. But this woman is in there with no bail. Woo, your system is fucked up. And this is why I won't respect your law. I won't respect your cop. I won't respect your system. I don't respect your courts, your judges. The whole setup is messed up and it's rigged to always be against us. It's rigged. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen, of this whole mess that has transpired up in New York. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.